Hey everybody, my name is Sarah, and in this video we're just going to be going through what I cook in a week as a college student, so let's get started. So to start off the week, my roommate was throwing out a lot of food, so she was moving, and I made a chili with basically everything that was left over. So I threw in some red lentils, some frozen spinach, and some spices. I guess it's not really chili. Lentil soup, I don't know. I cooked up some red lentils and spinach, threw it in a pot, cooked it until everything was homogeneous, I guess, and this was my lunches for the work week, basically, and I served it with here's a picture of it finished. It's kind of a bad picture, but I would usually serve it with some bread. I cooked up some Brussels sprouts that were also going to go bad. I just microwaved them, kind of ate them as a snack. I really like Brussels sprouts. Had some bread that was going off, so I cubed it up, made it into a bunch of croutons. Just toss it with some oil and salt. Bake it in the oven, I think at like 250, just until it's crunchy. And I didn't show this in the beginning, but I threw some of the butts of the bread in. They were in the freezer left over, and one of them had walnuts in it, which I'm allergic to. So I did have an allergic reaction to that, which, not great, but, moving on. Now I'm opening some garbanzo beans, and I'm going to save the liquid in the can, that's called aquafaba, to make, I'm going to try to make cream puffs. But then this is just, I started off roasting the chickpeas, but then I decided that there was something else in the oven, one of my roommates, and so I decided to just put them in the air fryer instead. I'm putting some garlic salt on there, oil, mixing everything up, which is not easy with one hand. And then those will go in the oven. Well, they would go in the oven. That's what I was planning on, but then I realized the oven was in use. So now I'm sticking them in the air fryer. It's like 400 degrees or so, and you just take them out every 3 or 4 minutes, shake them, probably 15 minutes total or so. My roommate also, I don't really eat eggs, but she moved out, she had some eggs, no one else wanted to eat them, so my lazy way of cooking eggs is I just put them in a bowl and microwave it. I pop the yolk first so it like cooks a little more even. It's kind of like a fried egg. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's fine. I just, again, don't love eggs for various ethical and environmental reasons. But I didn't want them to go to waste. That was probably too long. I think I might wound up taking it out after like a minute. Put some everything bagel seasoning on there. And this is just kind of an example of how I'd put together a meal with this stuff. I think I served this with some Brussels sprouts, me struggling to get them out of the container with one hand. And a bagel. And obviously this isn't everything that I eat in a week. I eat a lot of like oatmeal, toast, fruit, salads. I had like some lettuce in the fridge. So here we're making an egg replacer for an attempt at cream puffs. This didn't turn out that good, so I'm not really going to go into the recipe, but basically some cornstarch. This is soy milk and vegan butter that I'm kind of melting up, putting in some flour in there, adding my egg replacer. This is for the pâte à choux, which is like the pastry part of the cream puff. I need a little more flour, I think. Let's see. And some baking powder. I was hoping to make it puff up more. I think I might have cooked them a little too much. They wound up being a little crunchy, but we should be able to see that. I'm just mixing everything together until it is good to go. It should be like a soft icing kind of texture. And so I cut the corner of off a Ziploc bag. I reuse my Ziploc bags. I mean, I threw this one out once I was done with it because the corner was cut, but it had been reused from something that somebody gave me. I don't know, probably some food or something. So I'm just making little swirls of that. And then there was some in the bowl that I was too lazy to spoon out, so I just kind of, or too lazy to put in the bag, so I just kind of spooned it out. And honestly, there wasn't that much of a difference. So I think spooning was the way to go there. Preheated the oven to 425 and put these in again for probably too long. Don't follow this recipe. This is just kind of what not to do. You'll see like they turned out okay, but not good enough that I want to share the exact measurements I did. This is for the filling. I was feeling, it was really hot this day and my air conditioning is terrible, so I'm actually just cooking the filling in the microwave. I did kind of a cream maple type filling. So soy milk, brown sugar, and cornstarch. And I should have put more sugar. I think the ratios were a little off. And maybe some, this would have been better if I had coconut milk or something like really creamy, but I only had soy milk. So it turned out more like a jelly kind of than I wanted, but basically it would set up along the edges because the edges would get hottest. You'd stir it up, stick it back in the microwave until it was like a thick filling kind of consistency. I might have put some vanilla in there too, I can't remember honestly. And I put that in the fridge to cool it off and then filled the cream puffs. They weren't super hollow, it was kind of just like a little biscuit. I mean, it tasted fine, but I definitely want to workshop this a little bit more. It's to make them actually more puffy. Alright guys, so that is everything that I cooked in a week. I forgot to mention this. The chickpeas were actually because I wound up going on a camping trip over the weekend and I wanted to have some like shelf-stable snacks. I had some, granola bars and stuff, but I really like taking those crispy chickpeas camping because they're basically shelf-stable, but they have more protein and fiber and stuff than a lot of like shelf-stable kind of snacky things. So that wound up really good. The camping trip, we cooked like hot dogs, baked potatoes with chili, pancakes, peanut butter and jelly, just kind of basic camping stuff. And I didn't really have my phone on at all, just trying to get out there. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one.